Ironman Survival Guide for XCOM Enemy Within, where I discuss tactics for going from classic difficulty up to impossible difficulty on Ironman. Now, not only just the missions are very difficult on Ironman, but also the base management. First note on that, I'm going to pick Asia. I'll explain that when I get into the base management section after the mission. And the first mission will hopefully be very helpful to any players trying to get from classic up to impossible, because you have to play very differently in classic to impossible. In classic, you can rush forward and take aliens out from quite an early stage before they can kill you, and the main defense against taking damage is just killing the aliens before you can kill them. And there gets to a point in impossible where you can do that as well in the mid game, where you have tactical rigging, you have a few promotions, you have mechs. You can do that later on, but in the first few missions, especially until you get mechs, and they get flamethrower or kinetic blast. Flamethrower is better for the early game. Especially in those few missions, you really have to play very, very differently, and a lot of people are struggling with that. Even in Enemy Unknown, it was still very difficult, and the first few missions haven't changed hardly any, except for one factor, and that is meld. And first thing I want to say about these missions, you want to just not take the mission if the map is bad, and this map's quite good. The fact is that you want concealment from your starting position, and you want high ground. Those are the two things you want when you're starting off on the mission, and this level is actually pretty good for that. So here we go. For example, what could happen here is I could move forward and there'd be aliens in here, but then I have absolutely no risk of being interrupted when I take care of those aliens from anywhere else. So the first moves on this, I'm just going to take just quite easy moves just to check that there isn't anything in this building. And then the second one's I can start rushing for meld. Hopefully can find some. Now, as far as I'm aware, the way that meld works is it always spawns in set positions in the map, so it doesn't always spawn in the same exact position, but there's several possible places that it can spawn. And I believe it might be between the two on this one. Right, I'm going to move to this end because first of all I want to get up onto the roof and the access is there. So I need to be able to see what's around this corner. There's some meld, okay. This is how we're going to do it then. We're going to go for this meld first. So, moving forward, it's actually got 5 turns on it, so we've got plenty of time to deal with that. Get as close as possible, like a dash. You'll find that you'll be dashing a lot more in the early game than you used to, just for this, purely for this meld, and because it's so important to get that meld, you really need it, because it's really worth 50 meld, the first one. With 10 from picking it up and then 40 from researching it. You really, really need access to that meld early on, and it's worth rolling the dice to get the meld on the first mission. And if it doesn't succeed, then just starting again, because that's just how important this meld is. So I can get the meld next turn. That's good. Can move everyone up behind him. And so my mission here will be to take the meld, and then either get onto the top of this building, or go into this corner and get to the top of that building. But getting on top of the building is the best defense you have against the aliens early on, because you can conceal yourself by standing one square away. Oh, hello. Gonna get some free overwatch shots here. It's always nice. Had to miss. As to be expected. Hopefully the aliens move forward. And what I'm actually tempted to do here is go back through the building here and engage from this position, because then you can flank quite easily. So I think that's what I'll do. Is I'll take the meld, hunker down with the person who takes the meld, and then rush back through the building. Hopefully I'll be able to take them quite easily. So the way this works as well, there's always 8 sectoids on any starting level, so there's always that many. And they always come in a pack of 3, a 3, and then a 2. And so I've triggered the second pack, the two-man pack, and that's often the best situation being is when you trigger 2 sectoids, and you have a good comfortable position to deal with them, which I do at this current position. So I'm going to hunker him down. He's going to draw fire. These two, so you'll take good cover against him, but not necessarily good cover against the rest of my squad. So that's how we're going to deal with it. Hopefully they'll mind meld, and that'll make it even easier. Yep, they have done, so I'll be able to flank him next turn. Yeah, he's taking cover against my guy. Can hunker down, can take a shot. Hopefully he doesn't die. Yep, that's good. Perfect position now. It's quite likely that I'll actually trigger another pack here, but it's worth it in order to just kill this sector here. Yep, oh no, didn't. Okay, that's good. 75% chance. I'm going to get 3 shots at this, so and if I miss the first two, I can use a grenade. In fact, I get 3 shots and then use a grenade with this guy. That's what I will do. There we go, easy. So far, no grenades used, meld collected, 2 sectoids dead. That's a perfect situation to be in. So now I can play a bit more cagey because I've got some meld, and play a bit more like I would in Enemy Unknown. And it's a good situation to get into. Now there's 2 ways really to deal with sectoids early on. One is drawing fire into one position here, forcing them to take cover and then against you from that position, and then flanking, especially using doors, because doors allow you to stand right next to it and then create a flank point where the aliens will have no idea. And the second one is high ground, so since I'm right next to the high ground here, stepping out here will probably trigger another pack, and I believe the meld is over here. At this point the meld is just sort of a direction to walk into. It's not necessarily your main goal is to get more meld. It's good if you can, but it's just a bonus at this point. So I'll go onto this roof, see if I trigger anything. It wouldn't be so bad if I triggered a 3 now. There's only 3s left, but if I trigger a 3 pack that would be fine, because then I can engage them from the roof. So I'm going to dash up the roof and get everyone on the roof as quick as possible, including this guy. I'm going to send him last, because he could trigger a pack over here. Doesn't really make a difference, but it's good to know where things are coming from. When you everyone else is concealed, it doesn't matter so much who the last person to go is. So I'm going to move towards this meld. Hopefully use this high ground. What you can do here is also rush for the high ground on the other side over here. So that'll be quite good if you need to as well. So the meld seems to be, I think it's on the far side of that building, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to take a risk here and dash into this. There, because if the aliens are there, then I'll be concealed from them by standing in that position. Oh, that's where the aliens are. Okay, that's alright. I can actually kill them with grenades. Okay, that's even better. I can just kill them this turn. Three sectoids with 2 grenades. Here we go. It's a perfect position. The way this is going to work is that double grenading a car will make it explode. So that's fine. 3 sectoids, 2 grenades. I'll take that trade every day of the week. So I've really had quite a lucky go of it this turn, and that really is the essence of the early game in Impossible Ironman. There is just a huge amount of luck involved, and unfortunately there's no way you can really counter that apart from just keep playing until you eventually get a really good situation. So I'm a bit spread out now. I've got 1 spotter. I think where the aliens probably are is in these 2 buildings now. This is one of the reasons why this level is so good, is that you've got really 3 areas where you can engage. You've got this whole building and the surrounding sort of 2 alleyways. You've got this building in here and the alleyways to the back and the side, and then you've got this bit here and this alleyway here. So it separates the map into 3, and especially considering there's 3 sectoid groups when you start off, that's brilliant. So at this point I'm not too bothered about triggering the final pack, because it's not an issue really now. So I'm not too worried about dashing in. I know that this area is safe, so I want to just get over there. And there's a bit more of a sort of pressure to be speedy now than there used to be in Enemy Unknown because of the meld. Obviously if I can kill the aliens now, extra 10 meld, that's brilliant. I'll pay for a G mod later on. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Just going to move on to this high ground. Jumping down from high ground and flanking is the most effective weapon you really have. So I can see that the aliens are over there. So the way I'm going to play this is I'm going to have... Yeah, I've lost the meld, never mind. That's okay. As long as you've got 1. I'm going to have 1 there and everyone else on the roof. So the way this works, he will reveal the aliens and these 3 will jump down and kill them. And since... check, see, he doesn't have a grenade, good. So I need the ones with the grenades on the roof so they can, you know, pull off a triple grenade if I need to. I would have switched them around if I'd gotten that wrong. I should have paid attention to it before that. But it's okay, I've got plenty of space to do what I need to do here. So right, move into this corner, that won't trigger a pack. If you're standing in 1 square away from the edge, that means that you won't be able to see things directly below you. So you can see the end of the map actually ends in this corner here, so that is close enough that I won't see things. When the cover's blown away, obviously that doesn't work, and you can just stand 1 square away, move up, and that allows you the best opportunity to kill aliens. Okay, So here we go. So there's actually 2 doors here, so I'll open the door. I don't expect there to be aliens in this closet, or whatever it is here. Yep, as you can see the aliens are over in this direction. So that's perfect, because I know that since the edge of the map is here, they must be around this area here. They can't be right the way over here. So, here we're going to open this door. I don't expect the aliens to be in here. And we've got another door. You might start to remember this map actually, because this was a map where this used to be the start point in Enemy Unknown. I don't know if it's still possible to start from there now. So a lot of the maps have been rotated, and for example this one's used in Exalt missions quite a lot. And so I don't know how that works, but yeah. It seems like a lot of the maps have been rotated and they're still using the same assets, but it does really create a new level, to be honest. That's just how much of a difference it makes, you know, of being on a different orientation of the map. So what I want to do now is move around here so that I can get a flank, because it looks like the aliens have moved over to this direction now. So there we go. I'm taking a bit of a risk here. By standing here you can actually see down there, but I've already made that mistake, so I already know that they're not there now. And here, am I going to hear that they've gone back in that direction now? Nope, okay, they're down there. I think I could probably kill them by just revealing it here, but I'm going to be playing it safe and just opening the door here. Get in here. Yeah, I'm going to wait another turn because he could possibly do one extra shot, which might save me if I need to. Hopefully they won't move too far. I'm assuming they're still down there, so let's open the door and probably trigger the pack. There they are. Let's see what... Okay, I can definitely kill the aliens then. I can definitely kill the aliens because I've got 2 grenades and they're standing right next to each other. So what I'm going to try and do now is try and get 1 kill that doesn't need a grenade, because then I can actually get more weapon fragments. Considering things like that is quite important really when you're playing in the in Impossible Ironman, because like every fragment is valuable. Okay, so that's good. Got a critical there. I'm even going to take a shot with this guy just in case, on the off chance he manages to kill it, then I can get more weapon fragments. But I don't need to. No, he didn't. Okay, that's easy. Which of these 2 rookies needs a promotion then? Zoe Harris or Ross Williams? So here's what we'll do. Chuck a grenade down there. We'll make it Zoe Harris gets the promotion. You can tell who's promoted. I'll explain that in a second when this grenade's finished. You can tell who's promoted by looking here. So if I look at this soldier over here, there we go. You can see he's got the little plus next to him. That means he's currently promoted. It's quite helpful to keep track of that. I don't know if the soldier's promoted or not. Nope, that soldier's not promoted, so I'm going to have 2 promotions. But then again, I can't remember. I think it might have changed in Enemy Within that everyone who survives the first turn actually gets promoted. The first battle gets promoted. So we'll see that now. So I've managed to complete this mission with 1 meld at least. Got all the aliens and didn't even take a single hit. So that's going to be brilliant, because that means next turn I'm going to have a full squadron of squaddies. And that'll help me take on the second mission a lot better. I mean, if you do lose rookies in the first mission, which it's going to happen, the priority that you want promotions is you want a heavy, is the most important, then you want an assault, and then you want a sniper, and then you want a support. It's not that the support's not useful, the smoke grenade's actually really helpful, but the support is the one that least benefits from promotions, I believe. Because once you've got that field medic, really everything after that it's not necessary. Whereas other times spells like rapid fire and for example, it depends on which you pick for the heavy, because the heavy's got 2 very viable paths, but for the sniper, having squad sight and whatnot is all very valuable. Okay, so we didn't get everyone promoted, so that's busted that myth. And annoyingly, I don't have a heavy, but since I didn't lose anyone, I am going to continue this one. And it really looks like I should have had Ross Williams take that promotion, but you don't know. It would be nice if they told you in the first mission what your rookie is going to promote to, but who cares. So yeah, in the first mission, if you just get 1 kill, I think that's what it is. It's if you get 1 kill, then you will get a promotion, and I should have kept track of that really. And if you are playing seriously, then I would advise keeping track of who's killing things, so that you can get the most experience and get 4 people all promoted in the first mission. But I'm going to continue because I've got the meld research, so that's the first priority. Get that meld research, then we can get mech warriors. buy a medkit. You don't want to buy the satellite straight away, because after you do the first abduction mission, you get more engineers, and that reduces the cost down to 77, I believe. And then it goes down to 65 when you get the next section of it, the next group of engineers from an abduction mission. So you want to avoid building that until you absolutely have to. It takes 20 days to build a satellite, and you want to build them one at a time. So if you look here, 31 days to counter report, you build that on the 20 days left, so 21, 22, then it'll be finished by the end of the mission. The end of the month. It is possible to get 5 satellites in orbit in the first mission, but in the first month, sorry. But it's very difficult, and I don't advise going for that because you often end up screwing yourself out of other things if it doesn't work out. Again, this is a little bit important. It can happen that you actually get 5 free spots, and then the satellite uplink is taking one of them on the top floor. It's a bit unlucky that I have one side that's completely useless, because now I have to build. I have to wait for that to finish, build a power, and then build the satellite uplink. Because you can't build the satellite uplink straight away. You need the engineers, and you also want to build officer training school, and if you can, cybernetics lab, all in the first month. So you know you have to get this excavated as quick as possible. So it's a huge priority as soon as possible to get the entire first level built free for building. What I usually like to do is have my power in this grid here, which it will helpful because I've got Steam there now, and have my satellite uplinks in this grid here. And then I put a cybernetics lab here if I can, and then put workshop if need be, and the gene lab here, and then usually I'll end up putting containment and other things down the side. But right now I'm not going to build the access lift because I don't need it. And yeah, I always think that I've got something that I'm forgetting to do at this point, but no, I'm okay. So Ross Williams, it looks like, now I'm not sure if this is the way that the game works, but if I take him on the mission, I think he will definitely now upgrade to a heavy, because obviously I've got the other 3. And if you upgrade everyone on the first mission, you get, the whole lot. Support, sniper, assault, heavy. So I think if I definitely take him on the next mission, he will definitely become a heavy. So that's quite good, because I really need a heavy. And it's quite annoying, because if you can get a sergeant heavy in the first 3 missions, that's really helpful. And it's not impossible, because once you have a heavy, they can get lots of kills with grenades and the rockets, so it can be quite good. Obviously they do quite a lot of damage as well. Heavies are the most important to get a level, first to get a squaddy, they're the most important. So yeah, I'll leave that at that, and then for my second video I'll do the second mission. So, hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.